Wow. The Matrix has been coming for me the last 48 hours. I've just spent over 4 hours sorting out paperwork for my car to change the number plates. And a few other things. Had to go to the bank. Banking system in Mexico is an absolute disgrace. So I'm doing this live stream for about 40 minutes max, because then I need a little nap before I teach English. I'll get through it. I'm losing my voice. But I'm going to tell you why Harry Kane became England's all-time leading goal scorer today. I want to give a massive shout out to Thomas Lockwood, to Topsy Creates, and to Hans. The finds that we're making on my website daily are remarkable. I've been on top of Harry Kane and his numbers for a couple of years now. And I've always told you he ain't a great footballer. He's not a great footballer, but statistically, you could say he's one of the best strikers of our generation. Hey, Dimez. Hey, Happy Face Man. I was speaking to Happy Face Man through email. I'm going to be presenting some of his work soon. He's basically dissected the logos of Man United, Arsenal, and Tottenham, and it's phenomenal. It's exceptional. I don't know anyone else who's looked at the logos the way he's looking at them, and I'll present them. All credit goes to him. They're not my finds, but I will be presenting them for him, because obviously I have some sort of a platform. Hey, Philip, Sebastian, Hans, there he is. Great coder, brilliant coder. Hey, Javi, good afternoon to you too. Hope you're doing well. I'm just been rushing around like non-stop for the last 48 hours. I am tired. I just got off the phone to my mum. Lisa had a really nice chat with her for 45 minutes. Obviously, my family are like, when are you coming back? Have you booked your flights? It's like, I need to get them sorted so people stop asking me as well. Hey, PMC, how you doing? Sval is in the house. I don't understand why I don't get notifications when you drop a video when you go live. I think that's pretty obvious, Sval. It's the Matrix. Don't want people watching my content, and I understand why, because I'm calling out the Matrix every day. Hey, Isomatic, how you doing? Much love to you. Hey, Brian. Tuchel's going to Bayern, is he? Don't know. Not been paying much attention. So I'm going to... Oh, did you see Ben Foster go to Wrexham FC? What do you think about that? Is that not where he started his career, Foster? I've played at that stadium, by the way, Wrexham in Wales. I don't know. Something a bit shady about Ben Foster. He came out of nowhere and then he signed for Man United. I'm not sure if he got called up to England. I'm sure he did. Then he's a pundit. I think any of these guys who become pundits, don't trust them. I'm pretty sure Ben Foster was a pundit. Oh, he's always getting interviewed about pro sports and football. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't look into everything. I've got other stuff going on in my life. But, yeah, Ben Foster will just be another Satanist, in my opinion. You going for a swim today? I wish I could, mate. I've had no time since I woke up this morning. So right now it's what? Oh, my word, it's 3:33. Of course it's 3:33. Since I got up about 8, I got up, I showered, I left, got home. About an hour ago, called my mum because she's been trying to call me the last 2 days, but I've been so busy. But you've always got to find time for your mum. And then I've done this live because I have to tell you why Kane broke the record today, how it connects to World War III, why it had to be a penalty. Show you it's all coded. I showed you in the World Cup, pretty much coded all of Kane's goals. Told you he would miss his second penalty against France because of the code I did. I said he'd only score 1 goal in that game. So when he got that second penalty, I said he's going to miss this, and he skied it. Watch my video about that. All right. I better let me know when you're back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Sparley. I'll be back by the end of April. I'm playing in a football tournament April the 27th where I live. So I should be back by then unless I don't play in it. So, all right, I'm going to go for it. So I've already given big shout-outs to Thomas Lockwood, Topsy, and Hans, and everyone on my website. Guys, you've got to be fully aware that whatever you post on that website, I appreciate. It doesn't always have to be a perfect winning code. I appreciate the work that you share, and I appreciate the passion. All right? So never be concerned about, because a few people messaged me was like, You don't mind that I posted a few codes and they didn't hit. Are you okay with that, Illusion? I said, post whatever you want. All right. People can do whatever they want with the information. I appreciate it. So listen to this. Harry Kane came into this game today versus Italy. Obviously, this is the team England lost to in the Euro 2020 final. That tournament began in Rome, where Italy beat Turkey 3-0. First goals after 53 minutes. Italy won the first Euros in 53 years. And you've got Harry Kane came into this game against Italy with 53 goals, the same as Wayne Rooney. My phone's doing my head in now, guys. No offense, guys, if you're watching me and you're messaging me, please leave me alone for 24 hours because I'm getting bombarded with WhatsApp messages. Nothing against you. So there's 53s galore, and that's to do with Elizabeth, who was coronated in 1953. Harry Kane is super synced up with the Queen. Read my book about the Queen. Read my World Cup book. All right, you'll see that. Also know that Cain was the first son of Adam and Eve. It's biblical as well. All right, it's all really biblical. So Harry Kane came into this game today. Oh yeah, another 53. If you combine the jersey numbers of the three black players who missed penalties in the final for England, Rashford, Sancho and Saka, you got 11, 17 and 25, the jersey numbers, it got you 53. This is how deep it is. This is how coded it is. 53 is the 16th prime. And that's why Italy won the 16th edition of the Euros 53 years after they last won it. Okay? So Harry Kane broke the record today. He now has 54 goals for England. Queen Elizabeth died 251st day of the year, the 54th prime number. She died 5 months and 4 days before Super Bowl 57. If you add up England's goals today, it's 13 and 44. That gets you 57. Super Bowl 57 was 57 days after the Pope's birthday, who resides in Italy and the Vatican. All right, England and Gematria gets you 57. I can just rattle this off, guys. I can rattle it off, top of my head. All right, so Harry Kane, who came on the scene, and they all said he's not going to make it at Spurs. He went on loan spells at different clubs, didn't really do anything of significance there. Yeah, he got a big opportunity through who? Harry Redknapp. Harry. All these Harrys. Prince Harry. Why do you think the only two players that scored for England in the penalty shootout in the Euro 2020 final were Harry Kane and Harry Maguire? Harry. All right. Number 9, Kane. Number 6, Harry Maguire. How old was the Queen when she died? 96. Who called that 2 years before? Me. All connected to Euro 96. Who hosted Euro 96? England. England did. All right. So this game was 18 weeks and 1 day before Kane's birthday. 181 is the 42nd prime number. We know England, the only time they've ever won the World Cup was in 1966 when the Church of Satan was founded and they beat Germany 4-2 in the final. Okay, the beast reigns for 42 months. It's hugely important that you know that. All right, the economy is going to completely collapse. This is where you've got to find Jesus Christ, because if you're in love with the world, you're going to get absolutely eaten alive by the devil. If you're in love with the world and in love with your house and in love with your mortgage, in love with your car, in love with your job, you're about to get eaten alive in the next 12 to 18 months. And I've warned you. All right? Find Jesus Christ, because you'll be like me. I ain't worried about losing my apartment, losing my website, losing my car. I ain't worried about that. I don't want it to happen. I ain't worried about it. So as long as I've got Jesus Christ by my side, I ain't that interested in everything else. But I'll enjoy it whilst I have it. But I ain't afraid of losing it. All right? So he's just broken Rooney's all-time goal-scoring record for England. All right? The guy who came on the scene out of nowhere for Everton and he ended Arsenal's unbeaten run. That unbelievable goal. Again, you're going to tell me that they rehearsed that for you people out there in the chat. Did they rehearse when Rooney picked it up 30 yards out and pinged it in off the crossbar in the last minute against one of the best keepers in the world? Did they plan that in training? No, they didn't. So this game's a span of 216 days before Rooney's birthday. All right, 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. All right. 21/6 is when Prince William was born. It all syncs up to the royal family with England. All right? Prince William was born summer solstice. And obviously he was the eldest son of Charles, who's the current king. And I saw this headline of King Kane breaks record. It's like It's like the whole thing with King Kobe and his crown tattoo, and I've shown you how he syncs up with the Queen, why he was drafted in 96, why she died at age 96. So Booney, Wayne Rooney, who can't even talk, does my head in, that guy. He broke the record originally to become the leading goal scorer in the history of England. He did it on 9/8/2015. Guys, he did it exactly 7 years before the Queen died. I've been giving you videos 7 after 7 after 7. Watch my Donald Trump video. See why Brady retired with 7 rings. It's all biblical. See why Messi got 7 goals in 7 World Cup games and won the World Cup 7 days before Christmas. Read my stuff, guys. If you're not on my website, not for sports picks. Yeah, I get nearly everything right. I approve of that. You need to see what's going on before you get like your pants pulled down. So this game today was 2,753 days after Rooney broke the record. All right, 2,753 is the 402nd prime. That's another 42 for you. Just know in gematria, war equals 42. World War equals 42. World War III is right around the corner. I said it's going to get triggered this year. I said that in 2021. I said that the Super Bowl 56 would end 2023 before the game began. That number 3, Odell Beckham, would get the opening touchdown connected to World War III. And what about your boy Harry Kane? He was born on the anniversary of World War I beginning, 28th of July. Okay, 1993. 79 years after World War I began. 79 is the 22nd prime. That's why he was the captain for England in the 22nd edition of the World Cup, and why he was born exactly 22 weeks after Bobby Moore died, who was the captain for England when they lifted the trophy after beating Germany 4-2. In 1966, number of the beast gets you 66. The book of Revelation is the 66th and final book of the Bible, and it's playing out. That's why the Church of Satan were founded in 66. All right, all biblical. The saint flesh and blood. You can scream at Anton LaVey or just realize that the devil's using him. You can scream at Harry Kane and say he's a con artist or just realize that the devil's using him. It's up to you. So Harry Kane, of course, scored after 44 minutes, which is a number connected to death in gematria. But he did it 193 days after the anniversary of 9/11. 193 is the 44th prime. The Georgia Guidestones were 19 foot 3 inches. All right. They got erected March the 22nd, 1980. The anniversary of that was yesterday. All right. Kane's debut was 7 years, 11 months, and 25 days ago. This is top secrets, this part. Kobe lived in Italy. I've told you he moved to Italy when he was 6. All right. 4 + 2 is 6. We know Kobe Bryant won his last NBA Finals 4-2. He died in the 42nd year of his life. His 42nd birthday, the 2020 Champions League final was on it. August the 23rd, 2020, Bayern Munich beat Paris Saint-Germain 1-0. Kobe played 42 minutes in his last ever NBA game. It was against the Utah Jazz. You combine the jersey numbers of the Jazz in that game, 181, 42nd prime. Come on, guys. Come on. So Kane's debut was 7 years, 11 months, and 25 days ago. Kobe lived in Italy for 7 years, and Maradona died 11/25, and this game was in Naples. And Napoli Stadium is named after Maradona. It's why I told you all before the season began that Napoli would win Serie A, and they're going to win Serie A. I told you Barcelona would win La Liga. They're going to win La Liga, connected to Maradona. Argentina win the World Cup, connected to Maradona. Maradona was a fallen angel, guys. All of these players at that level, if you really break down Maradona, little stocky, looks like a dinner lady, 5'5", one of the greatest footballers ever, because it was a fallen angel, it was a demon that can do whatever they want when it comes to this physical realm in regards to talent. Diego Maradona, guys, was able to dribble around all of England's team and score that hand of God because it's a demon. All right? As soon as Maradona dies, Messi starts winning all these trophies for Argentina. You're not going to connect dots, guys. He can't win anything for Argentina. Maradona dies, and boom, win a Copa America. Boom, win a World Cup. We're not going to connect these things. We're going to ignore them. That's fine. Ignore them. So Harry Kane, super connected to war, hence being born on the anniversary of World War I beginning. I've told you the US have been to 12 wars. They're going to go to their 13th World War either this year or next year. I think this year, because they turned 247 years old. The 13th pentagonal number 247 connects to time. 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. All right, I think it gets triggered this year. It's all there. Like, are any of you really going to be shocked when they trigger World War III? Have you not seen what they're doing in England now? On April the 23rd, you're going to get a text message alert, all right, about an emergency. And if you don't accept it, you can't use your phone. Can you not see this? Are you just going to sweep that under the rug? For potential flooding, for potential disasters. All right? Can you not see this? Do we just ignore it? Yeah, because we're continuing our little matrix. I've been getting hammered by the matrix the last 2 days, but as far as I'm aware, I'm done with it now. I sorted out all my car, all my payments, sorted all my bank stuff out. Banks are about to collapse, guys. Like, completely collapse. Take your money out. Take your money out, because if they do collapse and you have money within the bank, you ain't getting it back. You haven't read the contract, have you? Contract. Take your money out. Take your money out. That's what I'm doing. So it's just crazy. Last time Italy lost at home was exactly 52 weeks ago. When did Elizabeth become the Queen? 52. All right. What's Kobe Bryant's NBA record? He won 5 NBA finals, he lost 2. How many weeks are in a year? 52. All right. When was Ronaldo and Neymar born? 5th of February, 5-2. When was Neymar born? Exactly 7 years after CR7. Did you know that? How many? Go ask any of your mates. Go ask any of your mates. All right. Who are these diehard football fans? Tell them. When was Neymar born? When was Ronaldo born? Ask them. They don't have a clue. And then say, did you know this? Did you know that Neymar Jr., one of the greatest players of our generation, was born exactly 7 years after Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7? Do you want to tell them that? See their face. Well, that's a coincidence, isn't it? Yeah. No, they don't exist. Coincidences don't exist. There's numerical patterns. There's no coincidences at all. All right? And dismissing things as coincidences or conspiracy theories keeps you in the matrix. Harry Styles, who's the most famous musician from England recently? Harry Styles. I've told you, Harry Maguire, Harry Kane, Prince Harry, Harry Hill. Are you a bloke, mate? Of course I'm a bloke. Ed Sheeran's so irritating, isn't he? All right, and the way the media make him out to be this guru and angel and nice guy, I see right through Ed Sheeran. Some ginger pale, mediocre singer, because that's what he is. Getting right to the top of the music industry, not a chance without being a demon. Not a chance. All right? Don't fall for his bullshit songs, which he didn't write himself. So the time span between Maradona's death and the Queen's death, 653 days. That's the 119th prime, which connects to 9/11. You can write 9/11, 11/9, 11th of September. Queen was born on the 111th day of the year. She was born April the 21st, 1926. All right? Queen died 11 weeks and 1 day after the anniversary of Diego Maradona's death. All right? There's 111 days left in the year on 9/11. 1-1-1. You not see the Lakers yesterday? Did you not see how they won 122, 111 against the Suns? All right. They beat the Suns. They got 122 points. Kobe Bryant's 666 game and highest scoring game was on 122, 2006, the year Gianna Bryant was born, where the Lakers got 122 points and Kobe got 66.7% of their points in that game. He got 81 points. Yesterday, the Lakers got 122 points on the 81st day of the year. Can you not see the code and admire the code and realize that it's not Vegas, that it's biblical? The whole thing, from top to bottom. So plan your kid's birthday on a certain date and time. That's up to you, what you do with your kid's birthday. That's up to you. So Tuchel about to go to Bayern. I'll have to look into it. Tuchel gets fired by Chelsea, wins the Champions League with them, massive shock, has a nightmare start to the following season, gets fired by Chelsea, who are now really struggling, and then Tuchel gets a job with the best team in Europe. That makes sense. Does that make sense to you all? It shouldn't. Tuchel's a Nazi, so is Klopp. I've told you all of this. Hey, how are you doing, Divine? Hey, Adam, watched every live, mate. I've just been getting clean, pal. Good for you, brilliant. Yes, it's all biblical. It all makes sense to me now. Good for you, Thomas Richardson, if you're getting clean, because it's on you. On anyone who gets addicted to drugs, it's on them to get clean, nobody else. So much love to you for that. All right, I wish you all the best. I think through the Holy Spirit, you'll get clean. You're going to need some spiritual guidance, aren't you, and help. The royal families are all synced up. It ain't just the English one, but they're the most famous. You've got the Dutch royal family, the Danish royal family. Hans will know all about that. They're all connected. They're all connected. Like all these sports are all connected. All these world leaders are connected. When you see the code the way I see it, you're able to see that. And again, someone messaged me today saying, how can I wake everybody up? They're ignoring your videos. They don't want to believe them. I'm like, stop sending them. It's not on you to wake them up. It's on themselves. Just stop sending them. If they respond the first time, I go, okay, this is interesting, great. But if you're going to keep bombarding them with 12 live streams of the illusion and they're still not having it, let them be. They'll figure this out themselves soon enough. Soon enough, everybody is going to be alone with themselves thinking, what is happening here? I just feel like I'll be in a more comfortable situation spiritually when it all kicks off. So it's pathetic diehard sports fans who've been watching for years and claim to be experts don't notice these patterns like Ukraine colours, multiple New York teams final 2001. Yeah, look at all the Philadelphia franchises we've had this year. Phillies lost the World Series. You got the Eagles lost the Super Bowl. You got Revolution losing the MLS final. You got perhaps the 76ers losing the NBA finals. They don't, mate. They're either too focused on their one team or their one sport. When you do what I do and a few other people, and you code all the sports, you see how they're all connected. Again, when you're in England, right? When you're in England, you're pretty much a football fan. Practically everyone, even if they can't kick a football, they have a football team. Some people like tennis in England. There's a few people that are into rugby. All right, maybe Formula One or whatever. They ain't into the NBA in England. You're not into the NFL in England. You're not into the MLB in England. I'm able to have knowledge of practically every sport. Even if it comes to snooker, I could speak to a diehard snooker fan and talk to them for hours at a time. So you see, it's all connected. And again, if you're aware of professional sports, are you aware of the royal family and their history? Are you aware of the history of the wars? Are you aware of the history of economic crashes? Are you able to put it all together? Are you aware of biblical scripture? So I have been getting a lot of compliments recently, and I'll take them. Saying your knowledge is profound, because it is. Through the Holy Spirit, it is. What I'm able to connect. See my Warriors code yesterday. I said they're gonna beat Dallas and go 9-2-9 away. Shocking away record. I said it ages ago. They're gonna go 9-2-9. George Floyd was knelt on by Derek Chauvin for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. That's why the Warriors went 9-2-9 on the road. All right? Because the NBA have massively pushed Black Lives Matter. Because I'm on top of all of that. Now check this out with Harry Kane. Derek Chauvin, who killed George Floyd, we know George Floyd never died, just being used by the devil. He was found guilty, again by the injustice system, a span of 23 months and 3 days ago. This is Hans. This bit's Hans. And then the next bit's me. So today's date's 23-3, yeah? 2-3-3, 51st prime. Remember England beat Germany 5-1, 10 days before 9/11. What number does Kane wear for Tottenham? 10. What number did Rooney wear? 10. What number did Maradona wear? 10. What number did Owen wear? 10, when he got a hat-trick against Germany in a 5-1 win, where all Liverpool players scored. Owen, Gerard Heskey. Again, they made Heskey an England international. It's the devil. Why is Calvin Phillips starting for England today when he can't get in the Man City team? Why is he starting for England and dominating the midfield? He played more minutes today for England than he has for Man City all season. Answer that question. All right? When all these coaches say, I'm going to select players on their form. All right? Southgate would rave on about that. I'm going to select players on the form. Yeah, were you selecting Harry Maguire? You're selecting Calvin Phillips, who's not getting into Man City's squad? No, because it's their numbers, Southgate. You can't coach. So Derek Chauvin was sentenced, all right, 23 months and 3 days ago. Today's date's 23/3. England's World Cup campaign began the 21st of November, 911 days after George Floyd died. What's England's flag? St. George's cross, St. George's flag. All right? George Orwell, his book 1984, foreshadowed what's going on in the world right now. So anyways, how does Maguire play when he fell over twice for United? Because it's his numbers, mate. I told you all before the World Cup began, number 5 Stones will start with number 6 Harry Maguire for our big 56s, and that World Cup was 56 years after England won the World Cup. And everyone was saying to me, all these Mr. Know-It-All football fans that don't know shit, there's not a chance Maguire starts. Stones will probably start. There's no way Maguire starts. Yes, he's going to start. No, he ain't, you doofus. Watch. I remember getting the lineups. Is Maguire starting, boys? Fuck yeah. Don't make sense. But then again, he's great in the air, isn't he? And he's done well in big tournaments for us. So they'll always justify it. Whatever I do, whatever I prove, whatever I show, they'll always find a justification for it. Yeah, to be fair, he's actually different in an England shirt. Well, is he? You not watch him in that Germany game when he gave away that penalty? His big dangly leg. Harry Maguire's a big dope. All right, and I've told you, I knew as a kid I was as good as a lot of these players. I knew it. I knew how good I was, and I watched them play. I was like, I'm as good as it. No, you're not. If you were, you'd be playing in these teams. No, because I'm not a master mason. I'm not from this bloodline. I've got as much ability as all of these muppets without a demon in me. Yeah, Maguire is garbage. A lot of them are. A lot of these England players. Luke Shaw's garbage. Sterling shit. Kane ain't great either. I've told you this when you break them all down and you watch them play. They're not that good. They ain't that good. Jordan Henderson, he's got an engine on him. And so have most Sunday League centre midfielders that can run up and down a field. Or he can ping a ball. What half-decent footballer can't ping a ball from one half of the field to the other? I've told you to start watching all these bullshit games, turn the commentary off, put it on mute, and watch how slow they are. Watch how low the level is. Watch how predictable it is what they're going to do. All right? And then there might be a couple of screamer goals when the demons come out to play. Yeah, George Floyd's coffin was like 6 foot, and he was like 6'7". I said, what did they do with George Floyd? Chop his legs off? No, because he wasn't in the coffin. Who paid for George Floyd's funeral? Do you know that? Well, you better read about it. It was Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather paid for George Floyd's funeral. This, for me, is God saying, come on, guys, you can't really be that stupid. Can you not see this? Are you gonna stop worshipping politicians and celebrities? Or are you going to start worshipping me? It's so blatant. So obvious the banking system's going to collapse and we're going to go to World War III. Yet people deny it until it happens. And then when it happens, they go, yeah, it was inevitable. No, you said it wasn't. You said it's never going to happen in your lifetime. So how is it inevitable now? Oh, be quiet, illusion. No. Find Jesus Christ or you're about to get fucked over. All right? Trust me. Sterling ain't... How's Sterling good? Tell me how Sterling's good. What, because of his goal record for his little 3-yard tap-ins? Tell me how Sterling's good. Tell me how that guy's a good player. He came on the scene really young, came through QPR and played for Liverpool and got a massive move to Man City. All right, has been on the England squad ever since. All right, tell me how Sterling's good. Tell me what it is about Sterling. Watch him. Watch him play. Watch Kane play. Tell me how good they are. Tell me how talented they are. Watch them for night. Do player cam on them both. Tell me how good they are. Oh, FIFA Sterling. All right, sure. Any video game that can make anybody decent. Yeah, it's a video game. Ukrainian comedian Zelensky, yeah, who was in a comedy show pretending to be a president, and then he becomes the president. Yeah, we'll ignore that one as well, guys. What about my Harry Kane code at the World Cup against France? Yeah, the World Cup where I got pretty much 85% of the games right. And I said Argentina 18 months before. But then I also said England and Brazil had nice riddles. Only thing people call me out for, it doesn't make any sense. Harry Kane will score against France. His 80th game for England, he'll get his 53rd goal. 8,053 is the 1,012th prime. He's going to get that 80-53 record on the 10th of December, 10-12. And he got it. And I did the code before. And a lot of people want a ton of money if you care about that. All right? And I said, on my phone, Kane's got another penalty. Do you think he's going to score? No, he misses. He misses. Watch. He's going to miss. He's only scoring one goal in this game. He's missing. Oh, my God, you were right again. Yes, I was. And people are still going to go, oh, you said England. I said Argentina 18 months before. Done 3 videos on it. Posted on my Patreon, on my website, all about that. It's funny the other day when somebody, what did they say to me? What did they say to me? That was it. That was it. Because this season I said Napoli would win Serie A. I said Barcelona would win La Liga. I said Man City would win the Premier League, Haaland Golden Boot. All right. And then halfway through, when Arsenal were the second favourite and still plus money, I found all this stuff. I've been working on Arsenal really hard, been going back and forth with Decoding Oz, who's a phenomenal decoder. Posted a code saying Arsenal win this league. All right. And they've won 7 games since I posted it in a row. All right. And you know what somebody said to me? You can't do that. You've changed your pick. Your pick's Man City. Well, douchebag, if that's the case, then my pick's Argentina 18 months before the World Cup final, innit? The same guy. If I can't change my original pick, then Argentina was my pick. So make your mind up, baby. Make your mind up. Stop picking and choosing what best suits your narrative. And make a prediction yourself, all right? Jeez Louise, baby. Anyways, yeah, I agree with that, Brian. Phil Foden, for me, again, let's take away the demons, take away Freemasonry, take away all of that, all right? Phil Foden, for me, exceptional. The way I play football, the way I've coached football, Phil Foden could watch him play all day. Grealish, to be fair, I kind of like watching Grealish when I watch football. The guy can dribble, he can drop a shoulder. I think Grealish is technically a good player. Female, Jackie Grealish, whatever, we won't get into that. I could watch Grealish play and go, okay, that's a talent. Harry Kane, well, statue. How many of his goals are penalties? I'd love to know how many of his goals are penalties for England. All right, same with Gary Lineker. What a dog shit footballer he was. Who else have England got? Everyone raved on about Trent Alexander-Arnold. He ain't that good at all. All right, because he can ping a ball and score a few free kicks with a demon inside of her. Trent Alexander-Arnold with his 3 male names. It's a woman. All right, also Luke Shaw, dog shit. John Stones is a player, fair enough. John Stones is good on the ball. He's decent, a good footballer. Maguire, horse shit. Henderson, horse shit. Declan Rice, beyond overrated. Calvin Phillips, beyond overrated. And running up and down the field, play a few pings. Who else have they got? Sterling's dog shit. I can't even remember. Mason Mount, bang average. Rave on about him as well. But you're getting brainwashed to believe these players are phenomenal. All right, you're going to tell me Phil Neville was class and Gary Neville and Wes Brown and John O'Shea and Jonathan Greening? Were they world class enough to win Champions Leagues? Are they that good? Or is it because one Scottish prick, Ferguson, was able to bring them all together and win 13 league titles? One guy from Scotland. because he's such a great coach, even though he never coached. He always hired people to coach for him. Carlos Queiroz, McLaren, Terry Phelan. He was never coaching. He was sat on his ass, chewing gum, maybe shouting a few times, doing interviews. That was Ferguson's job. You think that one guy was able to win all those titles organically? Wake up. I used to, because I didn't think about any of this shit. Arsene Wenger comes from Japan. No one knows who he is. He comes over with his bullshit coat where he can't zip it up and makes Arsenal this unbelievable team where they can go a season without getting beat in the league. Some lanky French guy who works for the World Economic Forum. Yes, he does. Arsene Wenger. Thierry Henry has been working very hard in training. Piss off, Wenger. Thierry Henry's got a demon inside of her. Another one. What a player. But guys, it's all coded. It's supernatural. Like the football we play, your Saturday league, your Sunday league, semi-pro. That's normal guys playing footy for the love of the game. All right? Whoever wins pretty much deserves it. There's not really corruption with referees unless they're demanding attention. At the level that you guys are obsessing over, or the majority of the world, it's all completely supernatural. It's all coded. I won't be able to code every sport in every world the way I do. Would I? I ain't just lucky. Wayne Rooney was a player who got spectacular goals. If you watched him over 90 minutes like I did numerous times, he ain't great either. All right? When you watch Ronaldo come on the scene, unbelievable. All right? When Ronaldo came on the scene for Man United and he was doing all his moves and he was fast and he could beat players and he could ping a ball and he was great in the air, just unbelievable physique. Ronaldo, yeah, what a player. Rooney, watch him for 90 minutes instead of watching his 40-yard volley, all right, or his one diag pass that they see him do on Match of the Day. Watch Rooney for 90 minutes. Watch Kane for 90 minutes. Watch these players for 90 minutes. All right? Barely do anything. And then you watch them in the highlights for the 2-minute highlights, and Harry Kane's got 2 goals in a 2-1 win, penalty, and a scored with his arsehole, and he's a hero. What a talent Kane is he? Son's a player. Now that guy can play. I'll give him credit. Old Sonny boy. Got some technique. Quick. Can shift his feet. Harry Kane? Give me a break. Now, why is he always in the pocket, Kane? Why is he always able to be in the pocket in between the centre mid and the centre half to pick up the ball, to play his little through ball for Son? Oh, it's another assist for Kane. Yeah, well, where's the defender? Who surely should be man-marking him if he's this incredible goal scorer. Why is Kane always allowed in the pocket to pick up the ball? Rooney was. They're always allowed in the pocket. Paul Scholes, did he stink? Whoa! Did Paul Scholes stink? Because every time I watched Scholes at United, there was no one near him for 15 yards. He was in the centre of the pitch. Nobody was near him. He was always allowed to make his 30-yard runs at the edge of the box, just like Fat Frank, who was shite as well. Gets the ball, cut it back. Oh, Lampard scores again. All right? Are they that good? Why is no one touching them? Oh, well, they're looking up. Xavi looks over his shoulder. They all look over their shoulder. Nobody's touching them. No one's going near them. It's like the force field around them. Horse shit. It's all a joke. It's corrupt. And these sports, I'm going to do all I can to bring them down. I don't give a shit about people winning money on them. All right, I'm going to expose them. I expose them better than anyone in the world at this point. And that's for you, Matt Letizia. All right? This and the coronavirus. I see right through you, controlled opposition. You football fans, oh, Matt Letizia is speaking out. Be quiet. Matt Letizia, I was about you come on my show, eh? And we talk about these numbers, and I could code your career in 5 minutes. Show you had a demon inside of you. Those goals that you scored. You big dope. So anyway, I'm done with all of these. The frauds, they're all Masons. And by the way, this is so random, and I promise you, I was out yesterday with Kenya and her mate Danny, who's technically my mate as well. And we got a mojito. There's this place where we go. I lived in a tourist place, and the guy who works there is like, the best mojitos in the universe. Really nice guy, and that's how he brings them in. They go, oh, okay, I'll try one of them. You know, tourists. All right, so they come over, and then Kenya was like, they really are. They really are the best mojitos in the universe. And these guys, the guy and his wife were like, oh, great. All right. As soon as they hear my voice, where are you from? I'm from England. Oh, England. Wow, why are they so fascinated that I'm from England? Who gives a shit? Oh, you're from England. Wow. Yeah. You live here? Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, just whatever. bullshit. I've done that conversation too many times. I was like, so what do you do out here? I've got a website, I coach. Oh, what do you coach? But all that shit. So what about you? It's like, I'm a worshipful master of the 3rd degree. I was like, what? I wish Kenya was here now. I said, what? It said, yeah, I'm a worshipful master of 3rd degree. I live in Chicago. I said, where in Chicago? Because I used to live in Chicago. I used to coach for Grays Lake Galaxy. What? Grays Lake? I was like, yeah, I lived in Grays Lake for like a year. Well, we live in the town next to Grays Lake, like 15 minutes away. I was like, no way. You kidding me? A worshipful master. I got chatting. Oh, thank you very much, Brian. I appreciate it. Yeah, Fergie time. VAR, Barcelona. Yeah, Fergie time. It's point of the watch. Yeah. Like, I can't stand these people. All right. I just can't. Anyways, so he's telling me all this stuff. So I start going into it with him. I'm like, so what degree is that? I'm worshipful master on 3rd degree. I was like, oh, okay, how does it work? I don't know. I'd never like officially met a Mason. I thought they were supposed to keep it a secret. So I'm going to reveal this to you. This could be for a separate video, but I'm going to reveal it. I've got to go soon. But I'll reveal what happened. I said, I thought it was a secret society, Freemasonry. I thought you're not supposed to disclose that you're Freemason. He went, no, that's one of the common myths about Freemasonry. I said, is it? I said, you're the first person who's ever come out and said, hey, I'm a worshipful master. He's like, yeah, no, it's fine. And he says Freemasonry right now is struggling in Chicago to recruit Freemasons. People are not signing up like they used to. And he was convincing me that it's the whole about making men better men and all of that. I was like, yeah. I started giving him my knowledge. I went, you do know where modern day Freemasonry was founded? They're like, no. I was like, well, yeah, it was London 1717. It's like, oh, that rings a bell. I was like, yeah. You know that your first president, George Washington, was a 33-degree Mason. He was like, yeah. And I was like, why do you think it's 33? He was like, I don't know, to be honest. I went, do you think it's anything to do with Jesus dying 33 AD? And his wife was like, oh my God, I think it's that. I went, yeah, and 33 is also a master number. He went, what? I went, yeah, there's the 3 master numbers, 11, 22, and 33. 33 is the highest master number. So it would make sense because there's master Masons. It's like, geez. And she was like, you should be part of this. I was like, no, I don't need to be part of a secret society. And he went, it's not secret. I was like, fair enough. I don't need to be part of a society. She was like, all right, fair enough. And then I was like, what about the education system? Do you think the Masons are behind that? He was like, why? What would make you say that? I said, well, basically, you get a degree. When you graduate, you get a degree. And there's degrees of Masonry. He was like, I've never thought about that. I went, yeah. And when you get your degree and you want to get some added, like another year, you get your master's, like a master Mason. He went, what? So these guys, these whole things that you think that these Masons are these geniuses, all right, and they know everything and they're enlightened. Most of them don't know shit. He didn't have a clue. I'm a worshipful master. Bro, I know more about you, about Masonry than you do. And I remember saying at the end, I'm not going to give you a handshake because in Mexico, you give knuckles. I won't bother with the handshake, the Masonic handshake. There you go. And he laughed. He was a cool guy. It was interesting. And then I had to go because we had to go meet somebody. I could have talked to him for a while. He was open about it. And then we were talking about Chicago, and he said it's better to go to Wisconsin for a night out. It's cheaper. La-di-da-da. It was just a great chat. But it's the first person who's ever done that. And what makes it incredible, I'm with Kenya, who works at the Hard Rock Cafe, the really nice, fancy resort. And I remember there was the Messi burger during the World Cup saying the burger for champions. I was like, this is God talking to me here. I remember telling Kenya, I was like, look at this Messi burger. I said that Argentina have a great chance for the World Cup. They call it the burger of champions before he'd even won it. I was like, am I getting mocked here? Is this too obvious? Stuff I found for Argentina, it was like, it's just right in front of my face. I trust these things more now. I trust in God. I don't believe it's like the Matrix deceiving me anymore. When I'm on something, I'm on it. That's why I'm consistently right. And then I said, where are you staying? How long you got left? It was like, oh, we've got 2 or 3 days left, I think. I was like, oh, okay, but where are you staying? Oh, we're staying at the Hard Rock Cafe. They were staying at the resort where my girlfriend works. And she was like, oh my God. Like Kenya believes in like the Matrix. She believes in my code. She believes in God. She's not fickle. She knows the world's pretty much on its last legs, but she still enjoys it like me. And we were like, oh my goodness. So guys, these Freemasons who you're thinking that are behind everything, half of them don't know shit. I don't think it was a Mason spy either. All right. There's Masons everywhere, brother. There's Masonic lodges everywhere. Go outside every football ground, there's pretty much a Masonic lodge. They're everywhere. Just know that the average Mason don't know shit. Your 32nd, your 33rds, they're high ranking, they're influential, they're doing satanic rituals. Your first, second, thirds, they don't know shit. They've got a little bit of knowledge. They want to be part of a brotherhood. They want to have that connection, and they ain't nothing more, nothing less. They might get bailed out by the police every now and again. I asked him about that. I said, if the police pulled you over, could you just give them a Masonic handshake? He said, that ain't how it works. He said, there's different levels to it. He also told me the G stands for geometry and God, because they say that God and geometry is connected. Kind of agree. He said the square and compass has multiple meanings. He said he wouldn't get into them with me, but he said that it has multiple meanings. Well, I can't remember what other questions I asked him. I said how he got into it. He said a friend asked him. What else did I ask him? I wanted to ask a lot of questions without coming across really like a detective. I don't know, but he was really nice, but he had a smugness to him. He had a smugness, like, yep, I'm part of. I was like, the Masons, they've got a big saying a lot. I was like, do you think like it's all the presidents and politicians and coaches and footballers? He's like, yeah, I think so. I think it is. I don't know for sure, but I believe everyone like who has great influence is a Mason. And he had this grin on his face. And I was joking. I went, I bet a bloody Mason owns this place as well. He went, they probably do. We pretty much own everything. It was like we. The part of this we, the pronoun we pretty much own everything. No, mate, you don't. No, you don't. You pay money to be part of a society. You're a good guy. You're not watching my live. I didn't even give him my YouTube channel. All right, because I don't really plug myself. But could I have got him on? Yeah, and he would have just said what I've just said to you. But that's the first time I've ever openly met a Mason who's been that open with me. And his wife was there. And you know what his wife said to me? This was funny. I've got to go in a moment. You've heard there's 90 plus levels. Again, I don't know. I'm not a Mason. I always hear 33 degrees, the highest degree. And it would make sense, but I don't know. Oh, he told me this. He said, the first 3 degrees, this is the first 3 degrees, you have to work your way up. You have to go from first to second to third. And I said, can anybody be a Mason? He said, well, there's an interview process. And his wife was like, basically, unless you're not like a crackhead and completely off your mind, you can become a Freemason. It's not like getting into a prestigious Ivy League school where you have to have contacts and a high level IQ and pass all these exams. Any one of you in the chat can be a Mason. I was like, he said, but once you get to 3rd degree, if you have the money and you're willing to do the ritual, and he wouldn't get into the rituals with me. He said, if you have the money and you're willing to do the ritual, you can work your way up. You don't have to go 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. It was like you can go up if you have the money and you have the willing. He didn't say sacrifice. Ritual. You're willing to do the ritual. You can work your way up. And he didn't go further than that with me because he's 3rd degree. A 3rd degree, guys, they know what a 3rd degree Mason knows. When you get into 33, a 3rd degree doesn't know what a 33. That's part of the mystery. I don't think they give it away. You've got to earn that knowledge. He was talking about how, as a Mason, you've got to earn the respect of the universe or something. So, Masons are going to say a lot of truth in what they say. Maybe he was acting. I thought he was genuine. It's not like he knows where I live. And if he did, let him come for me. He was just a genuine guy. I don't think he knew who the heck I am. I ain't famous. Just the way hi, I'm a... whatever he called himself, worshipful master. Couldn't he have just said, hey, my name's whatever it was? I can't even remember. I don't go, hey, I'm the Illusion. Website, successful coaching company. I teach English online. Nice to meet you. Why didn't you just say, hey, James, whatever his name is. Hey, Adam, how you doing? Why do you have to say, hey, worshipful master, whatever his name was? Like, it's just looking for that prestige and recognition. It's like, have a word with yourself, mate. You're a nice guy, but geez. So, guys, listen to this. 24 likes, decoding the universe. It's comical, but whatever. I have shit to do now. Can't wait to take this shirt off. Ladies, calm down. It ain't coming off right now. All right? Calm down. So shirt's going to come off. I'm going to take these Nike pants off. I might jump in this Austin Power, have a nice little shower, and finish these Halle Berries off. And now I've got to plan my English class. I've got to see what's going on my website, I guess. I'll post a few games for tomorrow. Tonight, if Kenya wants to go out, I'm going to say no. Don't have the energy tonight. Got to find a bit of time for me, baby. But yeah, got my car sorted, got my sink fixed, got the shit sorted at the bank. It's been productive, but my God, I'm knackered. But hey, Harry Kane, I'm going to keep ruining you. All right? Oh, that wasn't my back teeth. That's the Bears. All right? Kane, I ain't going to stop. All of you professional sports athletes, Pope Francis, royal family members, whoever you are, I ain't stopping. I'm going to keep calling you out with this code as I get better by the day. My community gets better by the day. And not everyone's going to understand this code. All right? I'll give you an example. Quantum physics is incredibly sacred. All right? When you understand it and you understand how it works. You go and talk quantum physics with somebody who got a D in the math exam. Are they going to understand it and appreciate it? Guys, the way I talk and what I reveal, I am speaking a foreign language to the majority of the world. All they're hearing when I talk is square root is 51 times 3 is 3, and coronavirus was declared a pandemic, and the Queen died in 911 days, and George Floyd was over the bed, and then when she died, and then World War II, and then World War II was triggered, and Joe Biden, the World Cup began on Joe Biden's birthday, and then the 4 Philadelphia franchises got into the, and none of them won. That's all they're hearing. Like, what? This guy's giving me a headache. Is annoying. No, I'm not annoying. You just can't process the information. When you can process the information, what I say makes you go, woo! But only if you can process it. If you can't process it, all you're hearing is that. You're hearing gibberish. You're hearing some cocky guy who thinks he knows it all. So if you do understand what I'm saying, you do appreciate what I'm saying, you're on my website, you see what I reveal every single day. Much love to you. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, hopefully one day you will. And if you don't, ain't my problem. Good news, I got some chocolate cake. Can somebody give me a woo? Yeah, I can do AFL. I can code everything, Gary. I can code AFL. Whatever the sport, it's all synced up. Soccer, football, basketball, hockey, snooker, table tennis, swimming, golf, Formula 1, NASCAR, whatever you want, AFL. Whatever it is that you want me to look into, I could figure it out if I wanted to. It's just whether I have the interest to do it or not. So yeah, I could do AFL. I could start doing a few posts. Decoding Us does AFL as well. He's Australian. G'day, mate. Cricket. I've done futures in all of these sports that I've just said. It's the code. If you're connected to the code, you can pretty much see where the world's going, but you're not always going to be right because we're not perfect. We're not designed to be perfect. Most people can't crack 40% a month with gambling. I consistently do 80-odd%. I don't even promote myself. Should, but I'm not going to. It just brings unnecessary pressure. And when you're good at something, you shouldn't have to tell everybody all the time. But I could easily be raving on about what I do every day. There's no point, no. Whoever's going to find my website is going to find it. Whoever leaves it, let them leave it. That's how I see it all. Frequency, baby. Hey, Johnny G, how are you doing? Oh, how can I do? All right, I'll leave you with this. What time are we on? 4:24. This is for Johnny G, and I'm going to do it. And I've got a blocked nose. Johnny G, this is for you, mate. Gary Brown, I can code AFL on my website. If you're on my website, if you ask me, I'll do a game for you and prove it to you. You've coded some matches and currently 11 out of 11. There you go. Excellent. Phenomenal. Good for you, mate. Clearly, 11 out of 11. That's Remembrance Day, November the 11th. Right. This is a HP sauce. I'll be getting some more of this, guys, with Big Ben. I'm struggling to smell it because of my blocked nose. I'll leave you with this then. Let me see if I can find what he said. Look, they're calling Harry Kane the pride of England. Pride connects to the LGBTQ plus community. I've told you Harry Kane's a woman and he married his brother. Magical moment. My mate Thomas kept saying that, the commentators kept saying you couldn't have scripted it any better. Have you noticed that Kane wears number 9 and Declan Rice wears number 4, like 94? That's when Prince Philip died, the 9th of April. And when the Queen was 94, I told you all she'd die at 96, right before the World Cup. Where's Kane? All right. Got it. I'm going to read word for word what Harry Kane said in Harry Kane's voice. Nice hit with Golden State Warriors yesterday. Thank you. It's one of the only games. I watched the second half of it because I was out. If I'm out at the marina and there's in a sports bar, it was showing that game. And they won 127, 125. On the same day the Lakers won, who became 127, 125 since Kobe died. It's the code, all synced up. And obviously the number between 127 and 125 is 126, which is the date he died. So I'm going to leave you with this. Much love to you, Michael. Thanks for everything that you do. All right. Yeah. It's important not to force things, to force codes. I code from the Holy Spirit. More often than not, I'm right. If I start getting everything wrong and people leave, I ain't worried either. I don't see why I would get things wrong when for about 2 years I've been consistently right. If that changes, it changes. Right, so here we go. This is Harry Kane. Much love, exceptions from Bradford. I'm going to be there in a few weeks. I don't know if you want to meet me. As long as you don't kill me, I'll buy you a drink. All right, I'm going to do the Kane accent and then go. Got to do all the other stuff. Dude, you have a HP on your lip. Yeah, this is going to be my microphone. All right, Harry Kane, you ready? Oh, it's hard to get in the zone. It's hard doing this, right? Let me just look at it. So this is Harry Kane speaking in post-match press conference.
Well, I don't like to look too far in the future, but I'm 29 and feeling fit and strong and the best of in my career. I hope I have many more years to come. Playing for England is probably great for football. I want to do it for as long as possible, and as a striker, I want to score in every game. So hopefully there'll be many more to come.
There's one for Harry Kane. I've got another one here. Oh, wow, I've got a lot. Do you want me to keep going? Give me some likes for the Harry Kane. Hit that like button for the Harry Kane. I'll give you 3 more paragraphs. All right. Go on. Ping him. Ping the like. I'm on 27. That's when Brady won his last Super Bowl, 2-7. How's it still on 27? There's 65 in the live. Ping the like, baby. I'll give you 3 more paragraphs of Harry Kane. Come on. I'm not just giving you these mind-blowing numbers. I'm doing impressions of Satanists. There we go. I'm up to 35. Let's go. Next part. Harry Kane speaking to Channel 4, probably for the 4 Horsemen. All right. Bullshit channel. I did used to watch Hollyoaks, then I realized that was bullshit as well. So here we go. Harry Kane on breaking the record.
It means everything. I was so excited to put the English shirt back on and get the campaign started for the Euros. It had to be a penalty, of course. When the ball hit the back of the net, there was so much emotion. It was thanks to the players, staff, fans, my wife, who's a bloke, everyone back home who's helped me get to the stage. It's a magical moment.
There you go. That's on Harry Kane breaking the record, everybody. And Harry Kane, what about the penalty you scored?
Oh, well, I know what I can do. I practice, I work hard, I pick my spot, and thankfully I put it away. It's a great night to score. It's special.
Thank you, Harry. Excellent penalty. Have you got anything else to say?
Let me just say a little drink of water. Well, the World Cup was a difficult way for it to end, but we had to get back to it. I feel we're one of the best teams in Europe, and we just got to keep knocking on the door. We're getting close. Coming here and putting on a performance like that means we're ready for the next challenge.
Yeah, but you couldn't beat them in the Euro final, could you, Harry? I didn't see you bang then, did you, Harry? And what about on overtaking Wayne Rooney, Harry? What about that?
Oh, well, I was on the pitch when Wayne broke the record.
How convenient, Harry, eh? You was on the pitch when Rooney broke the record and you were the first player to celebrate him? Yeah, you were the first player to celebrate with Rooney when he broke the record, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I was on the pitch when Wayne broke the record, and I know what he meant to him and how proud I was. When I presented him the boot for breaking the record, he said to me that he'd be giving it back to you one day. He's a special guy, is our Wayne, and an England legend.
Yeah, you knew. Listen to this. When I presented him the boot for breaking the record, he said to me that he'd be giving it back to you one day. Because Rooney knows. They know. And a boot? How's about your look, Harry?
Why are you shouting at me? Why are you shouting at me?
Listen, Harry, you're talking about the boot. If you look at Italy on the map, it looks like a boot, doesn't it, Harry? Yes, it does, Harry. Doesn't it? So you, Rooney, you Shrek-looking prick, and you, Harry Kane, married your brother. Keep your mouth shut. I'm probably as good as both of you, and you have demons inside of you. So how do you feel about that, Harry Kane, eh? Yeah, thought so. Piss off. Woo! They know. They know. They know. They know. These people at that level, these fallen angels, these demons, whatever they are, occultists, whoever, they know. They know what's coming. They all said Ronaldo, Mario, and all that. Neymar's going to break Pele's record. We just know. How do you know? We just know. They knew that when he was 16, did they? And then Neymar saying Vinicius is going to be the next Neymar. And then look, he's winning everything. They know. And they mock us who don't know. Well, they ain't mocking me. Gary Neville, you want to come up to me? You're all smart and you think you've got all this intelligence and you know the game inside out. Come and talk to me, Gary Neville, one-on-one. I'll make you look like a right bell end. I don't have to be part of a society. All right? Come talk to me, Roy Keane, Micah Richards, whoever it is. Come and talk to me. Sit down with me one-on-one for an hour on TV and talk about football and the code and statistics. Jeff Stelling, have some of them. All right? Come on. Any of you. You won't, will you? You won't. So anyways, there you have it. Harry Kane becomes England's all-time leading goal scorer. And it ain't because he's great, or because he's prolific, or because he's clinical, or because he works harder than everybody else, or because he takes more penalties and he stays back 30 minutes after training every day. He's the all-time leading goal scorer because he's a Satanist and his code connects to World War, and we're about to have World War III. Fasten
your seatbelts.
Fasten your seatbelts. And no, ultimately, know that ultimately, God wins, guys. Whatever happens in the next couple of years or so, God wins. This system needs to be taken out. It needs a good cleaning, guys. It needs a good cleaning. All right? Enjoy it. Watch it play out. Instead of just seeing it collapse, just see the rebirth. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. I'm having a nap before I teach. What time is it? 4:33, 84th prime. Time for me to go. Take care, guys. Bye.